What is going on, y'all? Site Perspectives, GeoFux. I am doing a video response to Kelso Say So TV's latest video where he's discussing his opinion and perspective um, on relationships versus being single. What I appreciate about Say So TV's video is that he's very upfront about being bisexual. So he's giving you um, a unique perspective because he can talk about stuff as it pertains to being into women, into men, and he can talk about the gay relationships, heterosexual relationships, bisexual relationships. He has a unique experience being who he is. Really appreciated a lot of the points made in that video. And I had to do a video response, you feel me? So, disclaimer, LGBTQIA plus. I'm a part of the community, Alphabet Gang Warrior. I am an intersex, transgender, trans man, trans masculine human being, born intersex, and my sexuality is rather fluid for the most part, but I do identify as queer, pansexual, gay. Those are pretty much the three best terms for me. I have never been in a relationship. I have never been in a committed relationship. Per se. I say per se because a lot of my experiences have been situationships, which some people will argue situationships are a relationship. It's just it's a relationship without a title. But to me, they're not really relationships. They're just people wasting each other's time, people using other folks, and a lot of times you end up being like a placeholder and you don't even realize you're a placeholder until they dipset on your ass. So because it's a lot of manipulation going on in that. And then it's also a lot of you, the individual, me, the individual, not really paying attention to the various red flags that was telling you this is fake, you're being used, you need to put up boundaries. Like, they be there. It's just a lot of times we don't acknowledge them because we are choosing to put ourselves in those type of situations. Let's just keep it real. And then also people are manipulative and people can talk a good game. So one of the points that I really appreciated in Say So TV's video was when he was talking about, when you are working towards a relationship or you're already in a relationship, there's going to be compromising. You cannot come into a relationship with another person or multiple people, and it doesn't matter if it's romantic. Well, I feel like romantic, there's a lot more scrutiny there, but it could be friendships, it could be platonic, it could be work related, business related, it could be family. The point is, you're not going to be able to come into relationships and think that you're going to get your way 24/7, 365. You do have to make compromises. You are going to have to bend here and there. I'm not saying that you can't have your standards. I'm not saying that you can't have your boundaries. But obviously, if you want to be with that person and they want to be with you, or you want to be with those people and they want to be with you, you're gonna have to make changes. So when Say So TV was like, yeah, the only person for the most part that's gonna accept you for whatever you do, however you act, is your mom. You know what I mean? You can't expect random people that you're trying to date just to accept all of your garbage, all of your toxicity. It is what it is. Another point in the video where he was like, also make sure you're doing the work. And what he meant by that, or at least from my perspective, what he meant by that was that you got to check your own bullshit. You can't be sitting up here like, oh, well, that's just how I am. That's just how I am. I've always been this way, blah, 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 blah. That is BS. Nobody wants, in this day and age, a lot of people know their worth and they're not interested in dealing with somebody that is comfortable being toxic. And then on top of that, it's not attractive. Y'all sitting up here, well, I never had to share my feelings because I didn't grow up in a household where we shared feelings. Okay, nigga, learn. Bitch, learn. No one's gonna sit up here and deal with your grown ass, and you're sitting up here and you don't know how to convey your feelings. You don't know how to communicate. And I'm saying that to myself. That's why I've been in therapy since 2019 consistently. I had a damn therapy session yesterday, you know? And a lot of us really need to pick up on that because, again, you are not going to have a successful relationship if you don't want to heal from your childhood trauma. You don't want to hold yourself accountable for the things that you are saying and doing and how you're treating people and how you're showing up. It is what it is. You're trying to build a relationship. You're trying to bridge a gap between two people or more folks, if you polyamorous, non-monogamous, open relationship, whatever relationship style it is, you're gonna have to make compromises, you're gonna have to make changes, and you're gonna have to work on yourself. Nobody's perfect. I am far from it, but I have to consistently be willing to work on my shit so I'm not coming into the relationship bringing my baggage and just dumping it on them like it's baggage claim and I'm out the door. Like, no, that's not how relationships work. I think a lot of people need to hone in on that. Another part of Say So TV's video where I was like, when he was talking about the narcissism and like people just being really full of themselves and having this idea that everybody is replaceable. Well, honey, I know, 2006, 2007, Beyonce, irreplaceable, to the left, to the left. That was our shit. I was in 9th grade bouncing along with it. That was definitely a banger. But everybody's not replaceable. You can't just have this idea that you have all this fish in the sea and it really is. Social media can be a positive or a negative. And a lot of times it's a negative in my opinion because people have this viewpoint that because of social media, because of the multiple dating apps, there's an illusion of unlimited choice and options, and the reality of the matter in many cases is you don't have that many choices. You don't have that many options. You feel me? So you can't just have this idea that, well, if they don't check every box, F them, I'm going to the next person. Because a lot of times, I'm just gonna say it, you end up passing up quality people for the most materialistic, superficial shit. And also, you wanna make sure that these are your standards and not some shit that somebody on YouTube told you. Because a lot of us are literally basing our personalities, our love interests, our standards off of YouTube, off of TikTok, off of social media influencers, off of Twitter. Like, that's not even what you want. You're just saying that because you saw it on the internet. And that's the problem. Like, again, everybody's not replaceable. You can't treat everybody like objects and trash. It is what it is. You're gonna mess around, you're gonna do the wrong person dirty, and you're gonna miss out on a quality person and probably one of the best relationships you could have had, but because you're basing everything off of social media, it goes out the door. Another thing I want to add when it comes to social media, because been there, done that. This is from my personal experience. Keep your relationship off the damn internet. Keep it off of social media. And when I say that, I'm not saying that you have to hide a person, because as an intersex trans man, we get sick and tired of being the... This cat is hilarious. We get sick and tired of being the best kept secret and you don't want to love us out loud. So I totally get that. Like, you're not finna sit up here and hide me. Like, That is also very true. At the same time, there's a way to show that you obviously are talking to somebody or in a relationship without blasting it all over the damn internet on every single social media app. If you have any problems in your relationship, there's nothing wrong with talking to friends, family members, or going to a therapist, counselor, and venting. At the same time, don't overindulge in your personal relationship issues with every damn body, and don't overindulge your relationship issues or what you're doing in your relationship overly on social media apps, right? Because again, it can make or break a relationship. Also, don't be sitting up here trying to be a damn YouTube social media couple either. Cause like I said, lived experience. You have people who really just want to look like they have a relationship. Meanwhile, they don't really like you. You're a placeholder, or you're the beard. So you have this person who's literally lying about their sexuality and using you to make themselves look heterosexual. That's why they want to take all of these pictures. Because I've noticed, going back 2018, the person that I was dealing with at the time, that I was wasting my own time with, and I was wasting their time too. We were both toxic and we had no business even being in that situation. I could take a responsibility for my actions and behaviors. But looking back, what the fuck was that? Like, you sitting up here taking all of these manufactured ass pictures to make yourself look like something that you are not. Number one, you wanted to look heterosexual. Number two, you made it seem like we were a couple, even though we did not have a relationship. We did not have a title. We were not looking at each other like that. And it's bullshit. That's what I'm saying. You can take all of these passport pictures and, ooh, look at me. I'm traveling. I'm at this fancy restaurant. Meantime, it's all fake. So again, be mindful with social media, because some of this shit is going to people's heads, okay? Shout out to Kelso Say So TV. Your video was spot on many ways. Also, I want to say, when he's talking about like heteronormative relationship styles, and this is how you should conduct yourself in a relationship. Me personally, I do think we need to dismantle the heteronormative way of things, because at the end of the day, I'm not cis, so I'm never going to be able to do that. I'm not heterosexual, so I'm never going to be able to do that. So a lot of those relationship goals or styles are not going to be realistic for LGBTQ plus people, because you're not straight, or you're not cis, or you're not cisgendered or straight. So it doesn't make sense to be trying to live up to something that you're not. At the same time, are there some positives in the cis heteronormative world? Yes. For example, I feel like in the gay world, too much is focused on physical and sexual attraction, to the point that you're not really taking the time to get to know a person. Everything is about sex and only sex. Everything is about how you look and only how you look. And that's very superficial. And again, I don't really see how you think relationships are going to build from that. And if you look around, they don't. This is why so many of us in the gay community literally are just hopping from person to person to person to person. Meanwhile, are your actual emotional needs even being addressed? No. Because all we're doing is fucking. Let's be real. And, if that works for you, if that's what, milks your yolk, then you go and do you. I definitely have had my experiences. I have definitely had the quote unquote hoe phase. And I can say like, yeah, wham, bam, thank you. You get off, orgasm, nut, you great, boom. But as I experienced it, and as I learned and had other experiences, and now that I'm growing and growing and growing, and I'm getting older, that's not it for me. I need a lot more than just being somebody's sexual play toy, being someone's fetish. Again, as an intersex trans man, a lot of times we are sexualized and we are fetishized. And it gets old because you do get to a certain point in life where you need more than a fuck buddy. You know, I want someone that I can talk to about my day. I can ask them how they're doing. I want somebody that I can laugh with. You know, I can go out to eat with. I can go look at art with. I can go walk in the park with. You know, somebody that cares about me, actually cares about my well-being, my mental health, my physical health, how my day went. Did you eat? Are you hungry? And I want to do the same for them. So again, you do get to a certain stage where that is just not what I'm trying to do anymore. Again, to each his own. You do what works for you. I'm gonna do what works for me. So yeah, that again, the video has so many good points. Also, like Say So TV said, you're not supposed to be in a competition with the person that you're trying to be with. And I do see that a lot. Like, it's a lot of this, I'm masculine, I'm the top, I'm the dominant, what I say goes. And it's like, that's not a relationship, that's a dictatorship. Y'all not even creating a partnership if you're coming into the situation with the mindset that the other person has to submit and bow down to you. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be submitting and bowing down to each other. You're supposed to be a team. You're supposed to be a partnership. I shouldn't be looking down on you. You shouldn't be looking down on me. Also, masculinity, femininity, everybody has it. Doesn't matter what your gender is, doesn't matter what your sexuality is. And at the end of the day, it's about, are we compatible? Can we respect each other? Can we grow together? Can we talk with each other? Can we love each other? Can we build together? That's what I'm looking at. And especially at 30, that's what I'm looking at. Like, Lord willing, ancestors willing, universe willing, society willing, especially with all these anti-trans legislation, anti-LGBTQ plus legislation, the ongoing COVID pandemic, inflation, everything going on. If I can get to 31, October 15th, 2023, at this age, I want someone I can build with. Like, and when I say build with, I'm talking about, you know, you still have your own personal goals, your own friends, your own hobbies, your own life, right? I'm not saying that we are one 24/7, 365. But what I'm saying is, you working on you and your goals and your dreams. I'm working on me and my goals and my dreams, and we can help each other build so we can reach our full potentials and get to the next level in life together. That's what I want to do, ideally. Okay? Oh yeah, and Say So TV, bro, when you was talking about when you get in a relationship or you're talking to somebody, don't forget that you're an individual. I cannot stress that enough. You do not need to be up the person that you're talking to or the people that you're talking to or your partner, your significant other. You don't have to be up their ass. They don't need to be up your ass. Y'all don't have to hang out every damn day. Y'all don't have to spend every waking moment together. Still go and do things that you like to do by yourself. Still treat yourself. Still make sure that you are a priority in your own damn life. Because if that's something that the person that I'm currently talking to has taught me, is that you do have to put yourself first. And I'm not saying putting yourself first in a way where it's just F everybody else, but you have to be able to take care of yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else, and you're damn sure not going to be able to show up in a healthy manner for other people. So you got to make sure that you're in a good headspace yourself. You feel me? And yeah, that video was good. The video was really good. It's a lot of good points. Link to Kelso Say So's TV is in the description box below. This is a GeoFuck Psych Perspectives video response to Kelso Say So TV's video. And check out the rest of his videos and his content because he talks a lot about relationships, LGBTQ plus topics, being bisexual, and like he said, do not ignore the B in the LGBTQIA plus community. And I'm gonna say, do not ignore the T in the QIA community. And I'm also gonna say, don't ignore the I in the LGBTQIA plus community. A lot of times the B, the T, the I, and various other alphabets in the community are not recognized, are not supported. And it's just like, y'all have this idea that it's only gay folks, or it's only lesbians, or it's only cisgendered people. And y'all are not the only letters in the community. You're not the only members in the community. So there are bisexual people, there are intersex people, there are transgendered folks, there are gender fluid, gender queer people. And we deserve to be respected and treated with dignity and respect. We deserve rights. We are human beings and we are here too. We matter. And it needs to be said because a lot of times people are biphobic and transphobic as hell. Let's just keep it real because, and I'm going to say this is just my honest opinion. People sleep on bisexual men, especially women, and in the same breath, y'all be with men that are literally lying about their sexuality and on the down low. And or you're with men who treat you like shit, but you won't talk to a bisexual man who's telling you that he's bisexual. He's not lying and playing all these mind games and using you as a placeholder or using you as a beard. Y'all will walk past him. Same thing for us intersex trans men. Oh, I can't talk to you because you have a pussy or a vagina or a front hole, or you're trans or you're intersex. Ugh, I don't know. Okay. But yet you will go talk to somebody that is lying about their sexual health, don't even know if they have an STI or an STD, sleeping around unprotected with everybody. They're not going to the doctor to get tested. Don't have a job, constantly lying and cheating and manipulative as hell, no emotional intelligence whatsoever. But you will pass up a bi dude. You will pass up an intersex trans dude. I'm just saying. And granted, those are your preferences. You have a right to your preferences. I'm not saying that you have to like me or be with me or date me or have sex with me or be friends with me because I'm intersex, because I'm trans, or because Kelso Say So TV is bisexual. I'm not saying that. You have a right to your preference. It is what it is. However, just because you have a preference doesn't mean you have to downgrade and disrespect other people that don't fit your preference, because that's the problem. Y'all go way past it being a preference. You're literally disrespecting, belittling, discriminating, harassing, and treating people like shit because they're not your preference. Again, you could just say, you know what? I'm not really into trans dudes, and keep it moving. You're not my type. And keep it moving. It doesn't have to turn into, oh, I don't fuck with those trannies. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are crazy. You're always trying to push up on us. That's just ridiculous. You could just say you're not into us and keep it moving. All of this extra shit is petty, is transphobic, and is unnecessary. And I'm just gonna throw it out there. And also, you don't fuck with us, but you're often the same people in our DMs. So a lot of this shit is just publicly, you don't mess with us. Behind closed doors, you fuck with us. Again, look who's in our DMs. Okay? Anyways, it's giving fake and phony and just blatant transphobia. I'm just gonna throw it out there. But, so, anyways, that's my whole, spiel on Kelso Say So TV's video about being single versus being in a relationship. Now, like I said, I've never been in a relationship. I've been single my entire time. And as a single person out here, it is unique because, again, I'm intersex, I'm trans. So a lot of times I personally feel like I don't get the same experiences because of that. So like I can't really say I've been dating. I've had multiple hookups. I've had people who wanted to be long, extended fuck buddies, friends with benefits, but just to say that I had somebody that I was just dating, no, this current situation with this current person is the longest time I have been consistently talking to the same person, going on dates, getting to know each other, really communicating. And mind you, I have abandonment issues. I have a lot of problems that I'm working on and I've been working on. And having somebody that understands and at the same time is willing to continue talking to me despite all of that I appreciate that a lot. But this is my first time ever having that. Like I said, because previously it's mostly just me being used for sex. Again, sexualized, fetishized, Grindr, Jack, sliding in people's DMs on Twitter, Instagram. That's typically what it is. So this situation is way different, And it isn't just about sex, even though the sex is spectacular. But it isn't just about that. Like, we actually care about each other. We're both working on ourselves. We're both working on our own goals. We are supporting each other, motivating each other. He's free to communicate and talk and discuss how he feels. I'm free to communicate and talk. And again, I'm technically still single because, again, we're taking our time and that's another thing. Based off of what I went through before 5 years ago, I don't rush into anything. I mean, because to me, that's how you get screwed over. You're not taking the time to really get to know each other. So we were in the talking stage technically for 6 months. And we've been dating for a little over 2 months. And we've been getting to know each other for 8 months, going on 9. So I'm fine with that because, again, I'm non-monogamous. He is monogamous, so that's a whole nother aspect, is like realizing that people have different relationship styles. Everybody's coming in to the relationship or getting to know each other with our own way of doing things, our own past trauma, our own past baggage. So you really do have to be willing to be open-minded and willing to check your own bullshit if you want it to work. I'm just gonna keep it real. Nobody has to accept you and your problems. And that's something that a lot of us fail to understand because it's the narcissism. Like, people really think that the world evolves around them or revolves around them, and it doesn't. Okay, like, you're gonna have to make compromises. It's not gonna always be about you and only you. Again, you're trying to bring somebody else into the fold. How are y'all gonna bring someone else into the fold if everything's gonna just be about you? It's not gonna work. So anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. Link to Kelso Say So TV video is in the description box below. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell on his channel. Hit the notification bell on my channel. And yeah, that's my video response. I need to take a shower. I gotta go to work.